Thokozani, Absheni, Makhosi amakhulu, Mamlambo lokhulumayo. As I promised previously that we'll come deeper to the Ndau spirit, and today we are going to talk about the Ndau spirit. Let me fix my video so that everyone can see me. Okay. iNkosazana Yamanzi. I just want to be comfortable. My beautiful people. Thokozani, Makhosi amakhulu, Lisedi. Makhosi Zulu, Mamlambo. As I said earlier on, that we are going to talk about the Ndau spirit. What is a Ndau spirit? So today I will go more deeper and share my knowledge about Ndau. I do have a page, so you can find more of my teachings on my page. But however, let's talk about the Ndau spirit now. Ndau spirit actually are people at the beginning. They are people first before they become a spirit. Yes, they are real people. They are black people. They are found in the areas of Mozambique. Different areas in Mozambique, you'll find them. They are also found in Zimbabwe, and their origin there are regions in Zimbabwe where you'll find them. They are also found in Malawi. You can find them in Malawi. They are also there, and they've got their language that is called Ndau. So Ndau is their language. So this is a tribe or a nation of black people. They've got a culture, they've got a tradition, they've got a spiritual ways, the traditional spiritual ways. And they are considered to be a powerful herbalist. They are powerful spiritualists and powerful healers. So when it comes to matters of herbs and the matters of spirituality, they are considered to be very powerful. They are very, very powerful. So even here in South Africa, they are here. They are found in South Africa. However, they are usually mistaken for other tribes, for other nations, because mostly they are mixed with other tribes. They are mixed with Batsonga, some are mixed with Bavenda, and so on. So they have adopted the languages of the people that they are mixed with, and even with their culture and their tradition. I just want to be comfortable. Even around the Malamulele, there is a village there called Guvu. Initially, that village was for Ndau people, but now it's mixed. There are a lot of other people. However, there are a lot of Ndau people. So they are here in South Africa. We do have Ndau in South Africa. So they are really powerful when it comes to herbal stuff and spiritual powers. And they are very feared in most places. So if someone can threaten you about going to consult at Ndau healer for a revenge or something, that person will be very scared, very, very scared. So Ndau people were actually traders. They were business people. They did business. They traveled, looking to do business with other people, or even with other people travel to their places and so on. And they move around with other people who came to them. They even met Khoisan people during their trading days. So they were trading with different people, more especially the Arabs. They started trading with the Arabs actually. So the Arabs will give them the clothing materials such as injeti, ipalo, and the gold beads and other, the gold beads and other things. And now people in exchange, they will sell them bones, herbs, and spiritual powers. And they did sell a lot of spiritual powers to Arabs and other people that they were trading with. They also sold animal skin to the people. That was their specialization, because they were business people. So okay, Ndau people consider themselves as one people. It doesn't matter where they are, either they are in Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique, or here in South Africa, but they consider themselves as one people because they have a common ancestor. So the common ancestor is the one who binds them, and their ancestor called Mlambo. The other name is called Msikapano. So their ancestor was considered to be very powerful spiritually, and he was even the rainmaker, and he was also the representative of the creator here on earth. It's like the creator has manifested into a human being, to a person. That is how it is. So it starts like that, from the physical being. From the physical being, there are people who do herbs and spiritual life. After they die, they became ancestors and spirit, which is very powerful. These ancestors are considered, if you have this spirit, it means that you have a very, very powerful spirit within you. You are possessed by a powerful spirit. So that's how it starts. So also, now people don't eat the heart of the cow, because they consider the heart as a source of life. That's why they don't eat, traditionally they don't eat a heart of the cow. And they also don't eat fish. Their diet doesn't include all that. Then sorry, we come to the question that since Ndau people are another tribe or another nation in different countries, how do you as a person, more especially here in South Africa, get to have a Ndau spirit or Ndau ancestors? There are different ways that people get the Ndau spirit. There are different ways. Since now people were travelers doing business with other people, they made relationship with other people, and some relationship were a sexual relationship where children were born, and some resulted in intermarriages. But most of them, it was because of they were trading with them for businesses. So those relationships, you will see them, actually they were serious relationship. And then they also stayed with other families where they traveled to. For example, if they could move from Mozambique to here in South Africa, it means they left their family there in Mozambique, and here in South Africa they will find a family that they will stay with. So they will stay with that family and become of the family here in South Africa, and some will find work in other families, and they will work for that family as an employee and also be staying with them there. And then other people, they wanted Ndau people to help them with herbs and the spiritual issues. You found out they were traditional healers, and because Ndau people they were strong when it comes to medicine and their spirit. So traditional leaders wanted help from those people. So they will adopt them and stay with them in their family so that they can guide them, they can teach them more about herbs and spiritual matters. So that's how they've built the relationship with people. And then later on, after Ndau stayed with those people, as we know, it's a natural way that people die. So if it happens that this Ndau person dies, the family that they staying with here in South Africa, they don't know where those Ndau people origin from. They don't know their family, their relatives. They only know that person, often our person that is residing with them. So then they will bury the person as their own. That's how they did it. They will bury that person, and then after death, the spirit of Ndau people joins that family at the spiritual world. That person becomes an ancestor of that family and be part of that family. It's like he has been born in that family. However, originally he's not, but because of they were staying together and they've built a relationship and they worked together, they had businesses together, and they died there and buried there. That means it's part of them now. So that is how they joined family with the Ndau family. So this is what we called a good relationship. So if this Ndau comes into the family in that way, he becomes a very good ancestor, and the spirit of Ndau will be protecting that family and providing very good fortunes for that family. But there were instances where that the bad relationship and bad deals happens. Um, mm, uh, you found that maybe in that family they were asking for help for Ndau. So, and in some cases, if maybe the Ndau was promised a wife, and in terms of paying, they don't pay him. They don't even give him a wife, or sometimes maybe the Ndau they were promised a cow or something. So Ndau didn't like money. In ancient, money wasn't that important in the system, so they were exchanging things in terms of building relationship with one another. So if it's time to pay, South Africans were like betraying them, don't give them what was the agreement. So some of the people, they will kill the Ndau person instead of paying them. So it's like they would betray a Ndau person. So that's how a lot of our forefathers were doing. They will kill them and throw them away and into the bushes. And some, they even kill the Ndau people for muti and for rituals and all these things. And maybe others, they were using body parts for the spirituals. So even today we hear those stories. Even in an ancient time, it was very common that people will kill people and do rituals with their body parts. So they had their own beliefs that maybe it will protect their descendants or it will protect their family. So, however, I need water. But anyway, even now, if your ancestors had done that ritual long ago, it carries on for a long time. So different body parts were used to make muti or to do rituals. So, however, yeah, that is very, very, very bad things that people were doing. I also don't like where people will take body parts to do rituals. That's not good at all. I'm not even supporting that. So, however, they will the way people were killed for rituals, instead of paying them, people will kill them. So it's like the South African, they betrayed them. So so this is the bad relationship between our forefathers and Amandau. And another thing, you found out that our person was staying with a family and they had a good relationship while he was still alive. But when the Ndau person starts to get sick, then the family turns against the Ndau person, and they don't want anything to do with the Ndau person. And even if the Ndau person dies, that family will even refuse to bury. And some of them will take the body and throw them in the rivers without giving them